Christmas music. We want to switch it up. Okay. Switch it up. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Can't see who it is, but what up? I see the fire emojis. Working on these long spears I gotta make. I'm gonna do some truants, so I figure I'd try the spears and see how these turn out. Kind of twist them up and stuff. The homie wants he's got some distributor. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? My homie has like a distributor, and they went to Washington State University, which is home of the Cougars. So he's like, "Hey, bro, can you just hook this up?" I'm like, "Yeah, nah, you already had me do the 50 ball or the 50 cruets and 20 bongs. Now you want these too?" He's like, "I know, I'm killing you." I'm like, "Yeah," but he's like kind of like my business partner, so I can't let him down. Three coats. This white should be pretty saturated. So we're gonna have a white base, and then I'm gonna add this kind of a it's not a red, it's like a maroon. It's like a maroon type of red and gray, which I got laid out over here on the side. I just finished my last lesson, so I was just teaching a couple. They made some Christmas ornaments, so made some Christmas ornaments with them. They took off, and then I was like, all right, let me clock out and get back to my other job. Pipe feels off. It's like it's kind of like warped. It feels like every time I roll it, it feels funny. What's up, Stein? What's up, Justine? Let's see what we got in the chat. Let me lean over here a little bit. This is really cool. What's up, Finn Rob? Is this your garage setup? Or if it is, no, I wish it was my garage. No, this is a studio. This is like a big venue here. There's like a gallery on one half of the studio, and then this is the actual production studio where we manufacture and we make stuff. So I work in downtown Seattle. It's called the Seattle Glassblowing Studio. You can look it up online and you can see the venue and stuff. So I work here as an instructor Monday through Friday. And then aside from that, I make my own stuff. So I'll rent the studio out and I make my own line of work. You can check notes, catch me on Monday through Friday. And That's when I sell my stuff. So right now I'm just making stuff. I'm out of the picture for a little bit. I'm gonna pick up some more glass on my pipe and start adding those reds and grays, or maroon and gray. So I forgot my tripod today, but just kind of have my phone just kind of positioned somewhere where that's it. But usually with my tripod, I can move stuff around a little bit. Sorry guys, you guys are just gonna kind of have to hang out and watch from one view. All right, so check it out. I did red here. This is gray. Red, gray. But it starts to melt real quick, and when it melts, it all changes colors. So I want to make sure I'm going to add the same color, the same side. So I just make like a little marker there, so that way I can keep adding more color, and I'm not mixing the colors around. Not all colors are compatible, so you can't just mix a lot of colors, or else when you mix a lot of colors in glass, or you mix uncompatible colors together, it's like mixing too many paints, and you get this muddy brown or kind of muddy gray reaction. So I'm curious to see how these colors work out together. But yeah, Monday through Friday, I'm teaching here in the evening. So Monday through Friday in the mornings, usually around 10:30 when my baby's taking a nap, I'll stream and I'll do a morning show, and then I showcase my work, or showcase projects that I've been working on and stuff like that. So make sure you hit that follow button there if you haven't already. And you got to drop fire emojis in the chat too. You are in the hot glass blowing studio environment, so it's only fair if you drop the hot fire emojis. Let's see, we got some fire emojis back there. I see yellow writing. I want some fire emojis chat. And I just came through with the fire emojis right off the bat. For those locals, the regulars, the usuals, they know what's up. They know what's up. All right. Give me a second. I'll get to the chat here in a bit. So here I'm just adding colors. Going to melt it all in. One coat's kind of clear. Two coats semi-clear. There we go. I see them. I see them. I see the fire emojis. Let's go. Let's go. Unfortunately, I do not have my torch, or else you know what time it is. Torch time. So I got my big fluffy torch, blow torch that I'll showcase in the morning show. And I see the fire emojis. Hit them with the blow torch. Fireballs for everybody. All right, so I got about 5 or 6 coats of color. I think that should suffice. So now I'm going to start shaping and heating it up. Then I'll blow it up a little bit. Looks like the gray is a lot softer. It's melting a lot more faster than the red is. So those are kind of some of the little variables that we have to deal with sometimes, because not all colors react the same. Let's go! I see the fire emojis. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'll try to keep my composure. But because not all colors not all colors have the same ingredients. Not all colors are compatible, and they don't all react the same either. Some colors will melt a lot faster. They'll start to get really soft and gooey a lot sooner than other colors, where other colors might take a while to really heat up and get it to move around a bit. All right, so because I was adding the color on 2 sides, it started to get kind of flat and squarish. So now I'm just kind of rolling it back and forth across this metal surface, kind of shaping it back into a round shape. Then I got these wooden tools that I'll use to give it a more uniform, really even symmetrical shape. And then I'll blow a little bit of air into the pipe here in a bit. Now starting to get back to where we want it. Okay, so I'll shape it up. It's called the shaping block. Looks like a hammer with like a big spoon at the end of it. So I got my shaping block here. I'll kind of just roll it right inside there. That one's just a little too tight. I'm going to go with the big one a little bit. Okay. So next, I'll give it a good little heat. I got a more even, symmetrical shape. And then I'll blow a little bit of air, and then I'm going to seal the air. I'm going to cap the air. I'm going to cap the pipe with my finger, my thumb. And so the air is pressurized, and it travels up the hollow pipe. Eventually, the air expands from the heat, right? If the air gets hot enough, air expands. So quick puff of air. I got my thumb at the end of the pipe there. And so we'll just watch the shape, and the silhouette of the glass will start to inflate here in a bit. You can see it there. It's starting to get a little bit bigger and rounder now. It's starting to look like a light bulb. So I can blow into it. And now I go and blow right directly into the pipe. I'm going to reshape it up now that I got a hollow little bubble here. Yeah, this is so crazy the way it's reacting. All right, so check it out, y'all. That's the gray. This is a red. It's a maroon. It's like a maroon color. It's so hot right now, it looks kind of brown or even black, but that will cool off and change colors. Let me check out the chat real quick while this cools down. You can catch me Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Okay, yeah. What's up, Finn Rob? Let me see what you got going on. Wait, oh, you hit the follow button. Good. How did you get started in glass blowing? This your girl. So for me, in high school, my art teacher gave us an art project. I see you, Stein. I see you. And my art project, I decided to make. I went to a stained glass store. I made my project out of glass. And so then my art teacher gave me a documentary on glass blowing. She said, you should watch this instead of going home and playing with your friends today. And so I took her up on it, and I went home and I watched it, and I fell in love with it. So from that day on, I knew I wanted to be a glass blower. And so one of my other teachers encouraged me to go to college my senior year. And so when I was looking into college, I was looking specifically at colleges that had glass blowing in their programs. I got accepted to college, and then I started doing glass blowing there. I heard about Seattle and how big the glass blowing scene is out here, so I moved out to Seattle. I'm originally from Fresno, California. All right, I'm going to pick up some glass. It'll be a really long piece if it all works out right. We'll see. We're going to stretch this out as long as I can stretch it with my arm length. So it's supposed to be just a really long kind of curly piece of glass. So yeah, I didn't finish college. I attended college for a couple of years. And so then after a couple years, I heard about Seattle, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna move out there and pursue it, see if I can get a job somewhere. I had like about 3 or 4 semesters of glass blowing under my belt, so not a lot of hours and experience, but nonetheless, I was just like, let's do it, see what happens. Give me a second, guys. Just shaping up the glass a little bit. Got to make a little bit more space over here too. So I'm blowing this up, shaping it up. I got this mold that I'm going to push it into. And then once I push it into the mold, it's going to create all these texture on the glass. I'll show you guys here in a bit. Just let me get this all set up. Okay, so got the size. I'm going to shape it up one more time. So there's this mold here. This one's a small one. It has like little ridges and stuff on it. So I'm going to dip it in the glass here in a second after I shape it up again. All right, so this is the mold I'm talking about. See how hefty it is. So I'm going to get this nice and ripping hot. I'll stuff it in there. And then once I'm in there, I'm going to blow into the pipe. And that's what's really going to make the imprint and blow the glass inside the mold. And I'll just kind of slide it right out of there and start to kind of stretch and play with it from there. These big pieces are tough though, man. They're physical. Like this is already starting to tire my arms up. Keep going there. Check it out, y'all. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to stretch. This is where, you know what? This would have been a perfect day to actually bring my torch. Could have brought the torch today. It's all good. It's all good. No torch. I'll get to you guys in the chat here in a bit. I see some questions. I see the fire emojis. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, shoot any questions you guys got. I'll try to get to the questions sooner or later. Okay, so that area that I'm squeezing is where I'm going to break it off at later on. I'll start to kind of stretch it. I'm going to get a little section off the tip of it. create like a little button or like a little nubbin. So now I can kind of grab that or grip it and stretch it out further. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Almost. I'm going to dip that little nubbin into water. And it cools off the glass. So when I go to stretch it, it doesn't just pull out like a long, thin strand. I need something to kind of be a little bit on the cooler side. Done with the hooks. Start feeding and stretching it out. And we'll see how it goes. This is definitely like a two-man job. Give it a shot. Oh, shit. It's hot. It's hot. Check it out, guys. Look at that thing. Woohoo! I'm going to break off this area. Adding cold water to it. Check this thing out, guys. Fuck yeah. Now let me open up these doors. Give it a quick little heat. Try to melt the sharp edge away. Then I'll get ready to put it away here in a bit. Just trying to get the tip. Just trying to get the tip. Give me the sharp edges. That's all that matters. Give it a little heat. Get rid of the sharp edge, and then I'm gonna give it one last final heat. How about some fire emojis, you guys? How about, yeah, let's go. Look at this fucking thing. Imagine this sitting out in your front yard somewhere, poking out of the ground. Probably, what the hell is that fucking thing? All right, let's go and get ready to call it good. Still moving around a little bit. Just kind of let it do its own thing. Oh, almost lost it. All right. We'll put this away, guys. I'll be right back. Holy shit. All right. Look at that thing. So this is what's left. This is where I was blowing it up from. So it's inside's white. There's like a white layer on the inside. And then I got the gray. And then again, this is going to be maroon. Let me see if I can get it to cool off and give you guys a quick little preview. Oh, that's not going to help. But anyways, yeah. Woo. Okay, definitely need some water after that one. One down, two more to go. What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? What's going on, what's going on? Ooh, let me see. Amazing story from the future, playing that glass in your head. Yeah, it was all thanks to Miss Lynn. Yeah, thanks for the help right there, Mr. Finrob. Hit you with that follow for sure. All right. Let's get the next one going. Let's see, we've got a good, yeah, more or less right there. I think I'll do less white. It's so clean back there. Let's try white with the on top, just right on top. Sorry, I'm all talking to myself. Okay. What makes it tricky is that one color's soft and one color's stiff, so it's like one's countering the other. One's blowing up really fast while the other one's kind of blowing really slow. One's moving around really floppy while the other one's kind of moving around a little bit more sluggish and rigid. Hoping that it doesn't react here. Sometimes, again, the colors will react. I'm going to test it out. White with the red. I think it is going to react. I know it's going to. No, I'm not going to test it out. Oh, you know what? I'll do something different. Yeah, I got an idea. Okay, I got it. I already came up with it. I know what I'm going to do. This one will be mostly gray on the first layer, and then the next one will be mostly red on the first layer. Kind of have a little bit of both. No white. Absolutely no white. All right, so y'all melt this in, get this all nice and soft so that I can shape it up. I'll use my shaping block. Again, the shaping blocks are just these wooden tools that are kind of soaking in water, so that way they don't ignite right away. You usually gotta have, before you even use them, you gotta leave them soaking for a couple of days. Okay, so I'll shape it up. cool it down. From there. All right, next layer of glass, and then I'll start adding some red over this. All right, that's my next layer of glass. And when the glass gets like really hot again, it all just becomes incandescent. It just looks like molten orange. Ooh. Okay, now I'm adding the reds. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna look a little bit more nicer. The last one had a little bit too much white. Damn it. It's one of those after the fact. Like, well, you already did it. And then you learn from that one. You're like, okay, next time just don't do that much white. All right, we'll go with that. So the next one's gonna be mostly red, with gray on the outside. So I add layers, right? There's layers of glass. The first layer was just a clear layer. Then I covered that with white. Then after the white, I went with gray on top of the white. Then I added a layer of clear over that, and now I'm adding the red over all of those. I think I'm gonna go with that much for now. Okay. So now I'm just trying to round it all back out, reshape it, and then I'll blow some air into it, make it hollow, and then I'll add one more final layer of glass over that. So that way I have enough material to really stretch it without making it really thin and brittle. And so that's how you like make big pieces, is you just kind of start building up on layers and layers over them. I didn't realize how long these took, but yeah, these take a while. Let's see where we're at. Just checking the time. Okay, so again, a little bit of air. Wait for the air to heat up enough that it causes the glass to move out of the way as it expands from the heat. And about there, it's looking a lot bigger and rounder. Load up some more. Oh yeah. So now we have our hollow bubble. Shape it up again real quick. All right, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Hey, what's up, Francisco? What's going on? We got Princess, Odd with Thrill. What's up, Johnny? Really cool art. Appreciate you, Finn Rob. See the fire emojis. Let's go. So I'm making these big spears, like these long pieces of glass, and I start twisting them up. So I'm gonna get it set up. I'll show you guys the next one here in about 5 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Go too early. Let it cool down just a little bit longer. Sometimes if you go in there too soon or too hot, the glass will start to kind of run away on you. You want to make it nice and cool enough so that its next layer is hot, but the core is relatively cool. All right, check it out, guys. Shake it up. All right, shape it up, blow it up, and then I'm gonna stuff it in the mold a couple minutes. Again, the mold's gonna create a little bit of texture on the surface. Okay. So yeah, I'll shape it up to get ready to go into the mold while still trying to get everything nice, keep everything hot, right? If it cools down, it doesn't really want to stretch. So just kind of making sure I keep it hot while shaping it. Reheating, of course, but the less reheats, the more efficient. Sorry, I can't change the angle on you guys a bit. Okay, yeah, I think it's ready to go into the mold. All right, so I'll go into the mold, stretch it out. Let's see how this goes, guys. Last one, I like the last one. The last one came out pretty sick for being just myself. Okay, so again, I stuffed it in the mold. Got some texture. I'll blow it up a little bit. Shake it up some more. Okay, so next I'll start to kind of stretch it out a little bit while I create a little constriction so I can, again, break it off that constricted area later. So right around here. last one was a little thick down there, so try to make it a little bit thinner so it breaks off a lot of your beer. It's not so wide. Okay, so now I start to build the heat up, stretch it out. And I have to take that little nubbin at the tip so I can grip it and then cut it off at the end. All right, start priming it and cooling it down so that way then I can grip it and stretch everything else behind it. At the same time, I'm heating it up, trying to build that heat up back towards me, closer to the pipe. I think we'll give it a go on this one. We'll stretch it out and see what happens. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Yes, coming out good. Good color. Push it and grab it just a little bit more. All right, let's twist it up, guys. All right. So it kind of touched itself together, which I guess is okay, but I prefer them not to touch. At this point, again, it is what it is. Check it out, guys. This thing. All right, now to torch the tip, so again, it's not too sharp here. One more general heat. And then we'll take it off the pipe. It almost touches all the way to the back. One little last little razzle dazzle with the paddle. All right, guys, I'm gonna put this one away, and I'll be right back. I see the fire emojis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh shit. There we go. Woo. That was close. All right. Let's go. Thanks, Stein. Thanks, Stein. Appreciate it. What's up, Cortez? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the shop, man. You're in the glass blowing studio. And those are for a client. Yeah, those are for a client. I got one more to make. And then after that, I'm going to go back to the cruets. Just for the same client for the cruets and the bongs. So, All right, let's see how this one goes, guys. You know what? Let me get a little bit of water. All right, I got 45 minutes to do this one, and then however much cruise I can finish. Maybe I'll just finish it all up and pay for it later. All right, let's go with this one. All right, so this one's going to be dominantly that maroon color, just a little bit of gray around it. That doesn't look maroon, that looks like a different color. Maybe. No, maybe it is. Yeah, but you see how they just kind of just... Yeah, it's pretty sick. They're all just kind of their own random piece. I'm going to go 2 more coats of this red. All right. So yeah, we'll be down there in Cali tomorrow. We'll be down there in Cali tomorrow. Can't wait. Okay. That should be enough color with that one. Should I do one more? I'll do one more coat. I'll do one more coat. Really saturated. All right, shake it up and add the next layer of glass over it. Okay. A nice little even shape there. Cool it down. All right. Do all that sweat off my face. All right, a little bit of grays on the side. Give it a little shuffle there. The gray is very strong, so I don't think I need to do as much coats. It's going to be kind of more on the exterior surface as well, so I think I can get away with just about 3 coats maybe. Okay, so now we'll round this up, get it all shaped up again, and blow a little bit of air and get it hollow. All right. Yeah. No, I think 3 coats of gray is plenty. You know, the gray is it's a really opaque color. And compared to that maroon and begin to be on the outside surface, be all right. We'll be all right. Washington State Cougars colors. Go Cougs. That's what they say out here. Go Cougs. And we got the University of Washington, the Huskies, UW. The little rivalry going on out here in the old beautiful evergreen state of Washington. All right, so I threw some air in there. I'm just gonna wait for the air to heat up and see how this starts to shape up. There it goes. Yeah, look, see the shape? The grays want to blow out faster than the red. So instead of being like really round, it's almost kind of oval. It's kind of oval shape. Okay. All right. Let me check notes real quick. See what's going on over here. Oh, these, yeah, they're just looking so dope. What's up, B Bandit? B Bandit? That random girl 94. Aaron, what up? What up? What up? Cisco came through with the fire emojis. All right, let's see if I can switch it up a little bit. How about here, maybe? You guys might see Jeremy in the background. Nah, that's not a good angle. You can't really see all the actions right here. We'll see how that goes. All right, so now I'm gonna heat it up. What's up, Brad? Or I'll just say Brad. What's up? Did you touch my drum set? What's going on? Welcome to the Hot Shop, guys. Make sure you hit that follow button. You guys can check me out when I'm not in the shop. You guys can see the stuff that I'm making and working on. It's usually Monday through Friday, 10:30 in the morning Pacific time on the West Coast. We all know it's the best coast. All right, let me shape it up. All right, heat it up again. How we do it on time? Damn, 10:10. Okay. I'm gonna shape it up one more time and then get ready to go into that mold. All right, I think, yeah, one more shake. One more shake. Okay. So now we have our shape. We're gonna go into this mold. What's up, Art Suite? Welcome to the shop. Making some glass yard art for a client. Check it out. Ooh. Good. Yeah, this one I got a little overzealous. I got a little too much material. Actually, just enough. Okay. So I'm gonna stretch this out, shape it up, get that angle again. Curve that around there. Okay. Okay, add it to the water. So now I got my little nubbin. Start to kind of build the heat up while I cool that off. And then I'll give it that stretch. What did it take me, like 30 minutes each almost? And yeah. See how this one stretches, because the gray's on the outside, but it's mostly red on the inside. That's gonna stretch pretty good. One last heat. Check this thing out, guys. Look at this one. Pretty funky. All right, I gotta drop the phone for a second. Oh, maybe not. Holy moly. If only you guys could see what I can see right now. It's fucking crazy. Just big ass buckets. They can start the glory all here, just speeding up. Oh, here we go. It's moving. It's moving. So I'm trying to move it enough better. Give it one last final heat, and we'll take it off. It's a little stringy at the end, but we'll fix it nice. We'll take off a little bit right here. Just a little too much. Okay. Torch. Final heat. Oh yeah, that looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Okay. There it is. That's what I'm going to call it right there. final one. All right, let's go see how it comes off. I'm gonna take it off, and then I'll be right back to the chat. Oh shit. Yes. All right. I got it in there, y'all. Got it in there. All right. I think that's a pretty cool show. I'm gonna get to the cruets, and the cruets are more fast-paced, and I'm not gonna focus on those a little bit more. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna just kind of let the stream die and just stay focused on this. So you guys are more than welcome to hang out and chill, but we'll see how long it goes until the phone dies down. A bit of water. I can knock out these last pieces. 30 minutes. I brought the glove out and didn't even use it. Okay. Well, it wasn't a bad trip, for doing it by myself. Not bad at all. Okay. These are going to be green and blue Seahawks colors. Last of them. Now we get a little air bubble going. There it goes. Cool it off. Oh shit. Make sure I have the right measurement. It's All right, get those blue little chips melted in. Then shake it and blowing it up. Okay, blow it up. Stretch it out. Create a little score mark. Stretch out a little bit longer. And blow it up a little bit more. Okay, keep it just the bottom. That's enough to flatten it down. Flat base. Okay, there's the bottom of the bottle. And then you take it off of this pipe, make the top. Quickly. You can just do its own thing for a second. You can add some water, break it off at that section. Ow, piece of glass just flew right on my cheek. Ain't nothing. Just a hot 1,000-degree shard flying at your face. Put that away real quick. Give this a quick little adjustment where it needs to. And the top. Yeah, there's little air bubbles in this one. Interesting. Hoping that the color has a good reaction. Sometimes having the color on the exterior surface kind of will react from the gases and stuff inside the flame here. So let's cross our fingers and works out. cut off that excess glass, and then start to dial it up, dilate it, and open it up to the right size. Dial it up, dilate it, kind of the same thing, right? Or dial it in. I don't know. How about some fire emojis in the chat? Fire emojis in the chat. All else fails. Fire emojis. Let's go. Okay. All right, let's check it. Just a hair, just a little too big. So here, just give it a little heat. Just a little heat. Dial it down back just a little bit on the outside. Push it down on it. Okay, let's see if I did anything. Oh, look at that. Just enough because it was just a little too big. I just made just a little too small. Well, just right, just right. Anyway. One last little heat. Take it off. All right. Torch it up. Get rid of the sharp edges. Reaction bottom. Look at those pieces. They're still there. All right. I was looking inside to make sure the other pieces made it, and they're there. None of them cracked or anything, so that's good. I was nervous that I was having it sit out too long out here. Sometimes if you let it sit out too long and then you go put it away, it gets put away just fine, but then you come back and you open the door and it's just shattered inside and broken into pieces. But not the case today. Try a different one and see if they just work well together. Sometimes when I'm melting the color, I can smell these fumes of toxins, whatever the fuck in these colors. Sometimes I pick the black, I can smell like burnt rubber. I shouldn't be smelling that. I don't know what this greens, kind of like they're greens, yellows. I think it's like cadmium or something like that. So look at those colors. think with the green and the blue, sometimes they'll have like little reactions. Changes the color a little bit. So instead of green and blue, you get like green, blue, and gray, brown. Let's see if this thing inflates. There it goes. Sure, it doesn't look like there's a reaction. There's some contaminant in there, but I don't know. Oh, we got other people in here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, thanks for the raid there, Punk Rocks. Appreciate you. What's going on, y'all? Check it out. You're in the hot shop. I'm just making stuff. Check out the notes. You guys can catch me during the mornings when I sell stuff. I'm working downtown Seattle. You guys are right here in the Seattle Glass Blowing Studio, chilling with me, the host, Illis. And some of the folks in here chilling with us, been hanging out with us for a bit. So these right here are going to be some bottles. I'm working on an order. I had to make 50 of these, and I'm down to the last 10. All right, so now I'm just squeezing it, where I'm going to separate it later in the process. And when I squeeze it, I'm aiming the pipe down. You can see it's still soft and molten that it starts to stretch the brush out. Do a little puff. And I'm just going to get the bottom real quick, soften up the bottom. Give that a little paddle and flatten the bottom. And that would be the base, the bottom of the vessel or the bottle. All right, no spanking, we just kind of swish it. No spanking, I know it takes the fun out of it a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to separate it from that pipe onto another pipe. Excuse me. All right, grab my glass. Give it a quick little heat. I was going to skip it, but just give it a quick little heat. Just a quick little heat. Nothing too good. Just to make sure it stays relatively hot. Well, that kind of takes a life off its own. I'm over here kind of getting set up. Aim for the bullseye. And then rotate. Let it bond together for a second. I'm going to add some water to that constriction on top. And that creates all these little fractures. So again, it just kind of breaks off right at that edge there. And now this is the top of the vessel where I was originally flowing from. Quick heat, put this pipe away for a second. And it's kind of adjust this where I want it. And see if I stop spinning, it's still moving around a bit. Just want to kind of about there. That's where I want it. Now it's going to heat up the top. And I'll soften the top up and stretch that a little bit longer so I have the more or less the right size for the length of the bottle. And then I'll cut off the extra and open up the size of the diameter for the spout. Because it has to be the exact size for the spout or else it's all screwed. Then it just becomes a base. Alright. It's just about soft and hot enough. You'll see the temperature difference between the top and the bottom once I sit down. I mean, I know it's not the best angle, but I'll give it a shot here. A little piece of white snuck in there. Yeah, a little piece of white just snuck in there somewhere. I don't know where. It might have been on the table here, the marble, when I was rolling it across. It's what it is. It is what it is. All right. Touch up the rim just a little bit, and then start to open it up a bit. All right, let's see. That kind of feels good. Oh, just a hair too big again. All right, just give it a good little heat, just enough to soften it back up, and then with a little bit downward pressure to touch up the rim a little bit. Okay, that's way better. Again, just kind of reintroducing a little bit of heat to the connection while the rest of the foam starts to cool down, and I'll give it one final general heat, heat everything up, heat everything back up for a second. This just kind of gives me a nice even distribution of heat at the end. Not one area is too cold or too hot. So I really kind of push it all the way in for a couple seconds, make sure everything gets a nice heat. And take it off of this pipe and put it away. All right, I'll be right back in the picture, you guys. Give me a minute. And I'll check out the chat too. Okay. This is good. Looks like there's no reaction. That saves me a little bit of time. That way. All right, let me check the chat real quick. What's going on, chat? Fire emojis, fire emojis. Some fire emojis in the chat. I love old school craftsmanship. Yeah. Same tools been used for freaking thousands of years. They really haven't changed much. Let's go with the fire emojis for punk rocks. to it. Let's see the angle here. Switch it up a little bit. All right. Actually, no, that was a little bit off. Here. All right. Running out of green. I think I'm going to use up as much green as I can. This one. No, maybe I'll do one more bottle. We'll do a light green on the next one. Maybe just about 2 coats. This one I think that was the third coat. How's this? All right. What's up, everybody? We still in here? Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out. Whoever's hanging out, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's go. All right, give it a little shape. And I'll blow a little bit of air into it. All right, quick puff of air. Wait for the air to heat up. Let the air expand and heat. There it is. Pull it off. There's that red from earlier. It's going to pan out just fine. This is the green and blue. All right, looks like this is the last one. The time has ran out. It's all good. arm to stretch it out, give it a little bit of air, create my constriction where I'll separate it. Air, stretch, and constrict as I stretch. A little bit of air as it stretches out some more. Okay, so now I'm just going to get the bottom. Quick little heat, soften it up. And again, just give it a little spank. Not this time, really just going to trust it. I think I'm going to start doing that now. All right, give it a little spank. Remember Bob Ross, he would what did he say? You gotta slap the hell out of this brush. Gotta clean the hell out of it. Clean the bleeding to What do you say? Anyways. Over the other side. Okay, so now I'm just kind of making sure it's bonding together. Add my water to that constriction. Tap the pipe. Breaks right off. Let me put this one away. Position this one away in a bit. Okay, heat it up, stretch it out, start finishing it up, and get back to it. Clean up the shop, clean up around here, and then get out of here. And then my vacation starts. Yay! Get a little vacation and get away from this rain. A couple more seconds, I'll get back in the picture, guys. Just trying to get this heat nice and frying. Ready to go for the next part. Okay, just about ready. Alright, so you can see the temperature difference. You see the top and the bottom, hopefully. Stretching, kind of pulling it out, and pulling everything else behind it with it. Give it a quick little heat. Soften it back up. Cut off the extra. Ooh. Nope, not enough heat. This one gets tricky. Ooh. Something fell on my pants. Felt like an ant bite just biting me right now. Must have been like a hot little piece of glass. Just kind of fell, or I sat on it or something. I don't know. Or it could have been an ant. Got ants in my pants. I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and dilate it. Ugh, I can't even talk anymore. Dilate it. Dial it in. Right at the end there. Let's check the size. All right. Let's call it good. That's finally. All right, so top of the pipe separates it from that pipe after adding a little bit of water to create a little bit of stress and slack there. Like this. Let's take it away. Got it in there, y'all. Let me go ahead and turn off the equipment and say my farewell and goodbye to you guys because I got to get back to and try to get home. Pop shops. Somebody Godzilla. What's up, Drag Racing? Manny Warbucks. Professor Rogards. What up, what up, what up? All right, y'all. I don't think there was any much questions. Followed Punk Rocks from the raid. Hopefully we got some new followers. Art Sweet. Let me hit them up. Interacted. Everybody else was saying just what's up, coming in. All right, yep, cool. Oh, country road cars. Yep. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all have a good night. Peace.